And when I travel, I book with CaribJet.
Call CaribJet now. 100% Canadian, operating 10 years plus.
Telephone number 439-4444 in Grenada or click caribjet.com. CaribJet, True Blue St. George's. The number one for travel.
I take the vaccine and I could feel a sense of freedom. I just have to continue the right COVID protocols and I'm ready for life. You telling me you're afraid of what they're putting into you? Some of all you have metal filling in all your mouth for over 30 years and nothing can change? Or you're still ugly? You worried about a vaccine that could save your life if you catch COVID? All that food with them chemicals and hormones all you eating every day. All you know what going in on your body? And you worried about a vaccine that could protect your children and your family? All you're joking, man. The amount of vaccine we take when we were children, and look at us today, 30, 40, 50 years later. And you telling me you don't want to take a vaccine to protect your friends, your community, and your country, and get life back to normal in this pandemic? Nah, man. All you're joking. Think about it, my fellow Grenadians, Carriacouans, and Pitimatnicans. Really think about it.
This message is brought to you by the Grenada COVID Crisis Group and the Grenadians United in Virginia.
The Rotary Clubs in Grenada introduce the Good Neighbor Initiative, a program designed to assist individuals and families who require short-term assistance with electricity bill payment and the cost associated with rewiring of homes due to fires and natural disasters. Applicants will be able to receive bill payments of a maximum of $250 per household for 3 months. This initiative will benefit the elderly, families with children preparing for exit exams, and families with members who are temporarily unemployed or have reduced working hours as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic. If you or someone you know is in need of help, please visit our website at www.goodneighborinitiative.org and connect with a recommender today. The Good Neighbor Initiative, helping individuals and families with short-term electricity bill payments and electrical wiring, one neighbor at a time.
Your vehicle insurance should never break your bank. With Beacon, you can get up to 35% off your fully comprehensive car insurance and still get full protection from unexpected damages with free loss of use, windscreen cover, and special perils. When it comes to your insurance, always be sure you settle for more. Call us at 440-4447 or log on to beacon.co.tt and get a quote today.
It's Wednesday, 16th February 2022, and you're watching the evening edition of news here on MTV. Coming up tonight, National Democratic Congress launches first batch of candidates for upcoming general elections. Legal Affairs Minister urges attorneys to remember what the requirements of the Code of Ethics are as set out in the Legal Profession Act. Local scientists demonstrates the use of a flow meter to determine plant health to farmers. And in sports, Shannon and Rose are the 40th Independence Anniversary tennis champs. We have the details to these and more after the break.
How did you get your electricity bill to be so low?
For one, we size our transformers just for what we need, and we unplug transformers, chargers, and other devices when they're not in use. We also replaced our light bulbs with LED. I even replaced the seal on my refrigerator door to keep the cold air in.
How do you know if it is working?
We pay attention to the usage history table. Over time, our average usage has decreased.
Grenlec, energizing our Grenada.
The first segment of MTV News is brought to you in association with GUT Cooperative Credit Union. It's where you belong.
In an effort to serve you better, GUT Credit Union has moved its Grandans branch from the Lamaki complex to the Excel Plaza. This new location provides more convenient parking with access from 2 entrances. The first is from the lower parking area and the second is at the top parking area on the same level as our office for easy walk-in access. Visit GUT Credit Union at our new location and experience the comfortable atmosphere with the enhanced member experience you have come to expect of us. Our Grandans office is open 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Monday to Friday. We hope to see you soon. GUT Credit Union. It's where you belong.
Good evening, I am Tonya St. Louis Lawrence with the details. A Telescope St. Andrew family needs the assistance of Grenadians as their living conditions are poor and meeting their daily needs is a major challenge for them. Rachel Bain has more.
A husband, a comfortable home, healthy children, and a rewarding career are the aspirations of most women. But for Daria Williamson of Telescope St. Andrew, it's only a dream, as she lives the nightmare of being unemployed and unable to care for her family. To compound her situation, the structure she calls home is dilapidated and offers no protection from pests nor the weather. The floor is broken, the roof is leaking, there is no running water, nor is there electricity. Daria, who is 36 years old, spoke to MTV News.
The bat pan there and bucket, that's how if we put water in that, we put it in the next drum and we put the pizza drum inside.
I'm going to find it.
Yeah, I had to just go place.
Yeah.
You can tell me, you can tell us the other day, we must stay in the place. But some others can't stay in the place, guys. See, I really can't take on Mr. Pollard, because I only drink specially, he just like to get on.
Oh, he just drink?
And he just course. And Charles and just tell me, well, when you just hear the word, they will grow up with the word, and people will think now in the environment is we what teach them.
The children don't go to school?
She is tomorrow, but this one cannot go. Because Miss Isaac said, they said she had to wear mask in school, and she can't wear mask. Because you see, my mother, his tongue does get heavy.
Senator Rolanda McQueen visited the family earlier today. She described the situation as dire and has committed to assisting the family by providing hot meals to them every day.
People may send clothes. They do not want clothes. There is enough clothes. What do they need? These people and them need to eat food. They don't know when last they eat. So what we are going to do right now is to make sure we get people to drop food for them, and then we take it one day at a time. It's not a quick fix, because even if we come here, we show the house down, we do everything, they cannot look after themselves.
Ian Thomas, a contractor, also visited the family. He says the house must be demolished and rebuilt.
You would have to demolish the entire structure and start afresh, but as Ms. McQueen was saying, I'm not too certain that would be the best course of action. It might be a remedial action where you could probably house them a little bit better, but after the house is repaired, what? Because life continues beyond the repair of the house. Food is important, the health of the children, the health of the mother, the whole life around the house is important. So the first step would have to feed the children, get them properly nourished, because based on what we've seen, I'm no doctor by profession, but I could see that signs of malnutrition is present in at least one of the children.
Senator McQueen says Daria's situation has shown the breakdown in the community where people looked out for each other.
And like she cannot take the pressure when she think maybe of her condition. I think what we have to learn from that is that it seems like the community spirit we have has gone. This is not politics. This is way beyond politics. And I wouldn't want for this to become political.
For MTV News, Rachel Bain.
Legal Affairs Minister Kendra Maturin-Stewart has responded to claims of lawyers not fulfilling their duties when paid by citizens to represent them in different legal matters. An attorney herself, Minister Stewart says she is disappointed in attorneys involved in such practice. Minister Stewart says with many attorneys held at a high standard by people from different walks of life, she is convinced that this is just a small number of lawyers that are engaged in this misconduct.
Our ministry, the Ministry of Legal Affairs, will discuss this concern with the President of the Bar Association to gain a better understanding and insight in relation to these issues. As for me personally, I have not had anyone complain to me and or my ministry about attorneys. There is, however, the General Legal Council, the GLC, which is a body set up in law that is responsible for dealing with complaints of the public against attorneys at law relating to any form of professional misconduct. The GLC is functioning and at presently is adjudicating on matters on a consistent and regular basis. So yes, there is a form of recourse for those aggrieved. So members of the public who are aggrieved can utilize that avenue once there is merit to the complaint.
The Legal Affairs Ministry, she says, will continue to work with the Bar Association to ensure attorneys professionally execute their responsibilities.
And so I take a moment to remember and to remind and to urge all attorneys to remember what the requirements of our Code of Ethics are as set out in the Legal Profession Act. We intend to work with the Bar Association, and the Bar Association has always and continues to be a great resource for attending to legal issues in Grenada. And so with the election of the new Bar Association, my ministry, we anticipate the continued support of the executive of the Bar Association to ensure that fellow practitioners uphold the honorable nature of the profession.
General elections are not far away and political parties are getting themselves and their candidates in gear. The National Democratic Congress has launched 7 of their candidates, all of whom they say are accepted by the NDC family. Donella Hostin has more.
A team built with youthfulness and experience. This is what the National Democratic Congress says it is bringing to Grenadians as they get ready to go to the polls. Political leader of the NDC, Dickon Mitchell, who was officially endorsed as the candidate for St. David, reminded the public that the party is all about reigniting, inspiring, and motivating Grenadians to become more involved in nation building. He praised the other candidates for answering their call to service, namely Claudette Joseph for the town of St. George, Jonathan Lecrette for St. George's Northwest, Kireen James for St. John, Quince Britton for St. Mark, Joseph Andel for St. Patrick West, and Tevin Andrews for Carriacou and Petite Martinique.
This morning, I have the pleasure of announcing to the nation some of the citizens who have taken on this call to serve in the most noble of ways, to make the sacrifice that is required for public service by offering themselves to run as candidates in the upcoming general elections.
All 7 candidates delivered their acceptance speeches, highlighting their willingness to serve their communities and, by extension, Grenada. Present at the candidates' launch was former political leader and Prime Minister Tillman Thomas, who told our news team that he is pleased with what he is seeing.
I think it is a very good step in getting the party ready. I'm really impressed, and I believe with this vigor and this youthful energy, the party is in good hands.
Other staunch party supporters who were also present expressed their satisfaction with the candidates thus far.
I really do believe that the NDC is ready to bring the change. And a big part of that is to move Grenada forward.
I feel extremely happy about where the NDC is at this moment. The number of young persons who have offered themselves of course led by a very strong and brilliant young Grenadian.
The NDC now has 8 more candidates to announce within the coming days or weeks. Wednesday's launch ended with a walk through the villages that each of the 7 named candidates will be representing. Reporting for MTV News, I am Donella Hostin.
Of the 7 candidates endorsed by the National Democratic Congress today, 2 contenders are standing out most. Jonathan Lacrette, contesting the Northwest constituency, and Quince Britton, candidate for St. Mark. Here once again is Donella Hostin, who spoke of the 2 candidates who both displayed high level of confidence in themselves.
It would not be an easy task, but it is not impossible. The sentiments of Quince Britton, candidate for St. Mark, one of the newest candidates endorsed by the National Democratic Congress. Britton said he entered the political arena because he had the urge to be the change he wanted to see in his community, the community of St. Mark, which historically has been dominated by the ruling New National Party.
St. Mark has been a constituency historically which has been won by one political organization 38 years, and there is a lot to be desired. As a youth, seeing and hearing the many complaints from our constituents, rather than we just complain, I stepped up to the plate. It is a giant step, and I feel encouraged. The response and so on from them, many of them, given what we faced with, they kind of scared, So I took the bold step to step out and, be the change that I want to see in St. Mark.
Jonathan Lacrette, a former principal of a popular secondary school, says he is ready, willing and able to challenge Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell. A man, Lacrette says, he fully respects but believes he has served his time politically.
Dr. Mitchell not losing his seat is a theory that has not been tested. Apart from that, as I said prior, I respect his representation in Northwest, and I think that he has really served and that he has paid his dues, but I do believe that this is a time for a new generation to rise up, given that the voter representation in Northwest is a very youthful population and percentage based on my data, and I think that they are going to definitely need the kind of representation, the kind of responsibility, and the kind of youth reform initiatives moving forward that speaks to their demographic.
When probed about if he was worried as to how his Christianity background may interfere with his political career, similar to that of others who have gone before him, Lacrette said he is not worried about that.
Well, Christians getting into politics is an age-old subject. I am an individual, first and foremost, and then a concerned citizen of Grenada with a very strong sense of obligation for country development. So as a result of that, I don't see any reason why I shouldn't throw my hat into the ring.
He said he believes that the putting people first policy agenda of the NDC is similar to that of his, hence his involvement with the party. Reporting for MTV News, I am Donella Hostin.
One youth leader in St. Andrew wants the same momentum that is displayed during the build-up of elections to continue after the day, as development should be continuous. Ian Thomas is hopeful that whoever forms the next government will not forget St. Andrew in their plans, as there has been no major developments over the years. Rachel Bain has more.
Ian Thomas believes that the parish of St. Andrew has been abandoned over the years, and foreigners, he claims, are taking the spotlight and seem to be doing great economically while the nationals are suffering.
Now, what we have witnessed over the years, we have a saturation of, foreign trade taking place. Basically, the majority of the businesses that are owned in Grenville are owned by persons outside of our culture, our ethnicity. And what that does, it takes away from our locally earned revenue, and it's been exported more or less. Because, for example, the majority of the stores that are in Grenville, they purchase their material or their clothing from outside of Grenada. So that is loss of revenue for the people of Grenville. Yes, they would take the hard-earned dollars and go into the banking purposes, probably for shopping purposes, and we get the minute percentage of whatever it is being spent in these places. So we need to have a revisit or a relook as it relates to the composition of how the business is distributed in the town of Grenville.
He says there are areas that needs to develop that will benefit Grenada in the future.
Our school system is not the way it's supposed to be. It's not properly run. Our agricultural system is not properly run. Our fishermen is not properly represented. The folk of the constituency, the folk constituency in St. Andrews, undereducated children, we still have high instances of wrong focus when it comes to education because we don't have the, what it's called, we don't have the real academic focus where our children would be able to benefit properly academically from the system that we have.
Thomas is therefore requesting that the representatives for the big parish remember their duties this election cycle. Serve the people.
First and foremost, the parliamentary representatives of St. Andrews are interested for the parliamentary representative, and they should represent the people and the interests of the Grenadian voter. Because what we see, our people are not properly represented in no real sector, in no real area.
For MTV News, Rachel Bain.
That's the first segment of news. We'll be back after the break.
The first segment of MTV News was brought to you in association with GUT Cooperative Credit Union. It's where you belong.
In an effort to serve you better, GUT Credit Union has moved its Grandans branch from the Lamaki complex to the Excel Plaza. This new location provides more convenient parking with access from 2 entrances. The first is from the lower parking area, same level as our office for easy walk-in access. Visit GUT Credit Union at our new location and experience the comfortable atmosphere with the enhanced member experience you have come to expect of us. Our Grandans office is open 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Monday to Friday. We hope to see you soon. GUT Credit Union, it's where you belong.
Win more with the NLA's Daily Cash 4 every day with more plays and bigger prizes to be won. It's a 4-digit game with all the bet types you already know and much, much more. From 0000 to 9999. Choose your 4 numbers and place your bet from 11 different bet types. Choose from inline, 4 different mixes, first 3, last 3, and 4 different backup options too. Best of all, it starts at just $1, except for backups, which starts at $2. Win as much as $5,000 with a $1 inline bet and as much as $6,200 in a $2 backup bet. Imagine $50,000 for a winning $10 inline bet. There's definitely more to win with the Daily Cash 4. More plays, bigger prizes, twice per day, Mondays to Saturdays. Must be 18 and over to participate. NLA, making your dreams come true while supporting sports, culture, and nation building.
When a loved one passes on, we all need the comfort, support, and guidance of a trusted friend. You can rely on LaCour Brothers Funeral Home. We provide a personalized professional service that exceeds all expectations. Our dedicated staff responds to your every need with the greatest detail, ensuring affordability with a variety of options. Our upgraded state-of-the-art facilities, spacious air-conditioned chapel with live internet streaming, a modern, environmentally safe crematorium, the only of its kind on island, private viewing spaces, large on-site repast center, a modern transportation fleet. Join our burial society today and make personalized arrangements for that final moment as you prepare to enter your loved one into eternal rest. Visit or call LaCour Brothers Funeral Home and select a package that brings added comfort to the entire family. LaCour Brothers Funeral Home and Burial Society, continuing a tradition of excellence.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
You want a hand sanitizer to do 3 things: kill germs, be gentle, and to go where you go. You can get all of that in our hand sanitizer. Hard on germs, gentle on hands, affordable. Remember, hand sanitizers contain alcohol. Keep away from heat and flames and avoid contact with eyes. Available at retailers island-wide.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
On Sunday, February 27th, Megaforce Promotions presents the 36th edition of Waggity Virtual Bingo. Purchase a ticket now for your chance to win US $10,000. Tickets cost only $10. Get yours today from numerous box offices island-wide in Grenada. If you're playing overseas, tickets are only available at gotofet.com. So, if you need cash now, remember, Sunday, February 27th, join the fun and excitement online. Play Waggity Virtual Bingo and win!
The second segment of MTV News is brought to you in association with the Communal Cooperative Credit Union. To grow with us, save with us.
We support you at every stage of your life.
For business,
for your education,
for your financial freedom,
for that new ride.
Upgrade your life with the Communal. Contact us today.
Welcome back. One local scientist demonstrated the use of the flow meter, a device that can be used to determine plant health to farmers, private sector representatives, and other stakeholders in the agriculture sector during the first in a series of consultations to be held this year. We get more from Troy Gill.
Local scientists attached to Salem Inform Partnership Allied Health Laboratory of Science and Technology, Dwayne Mitchell, facilitated the first in a series of consultations with stakeholders in the agricultural sector on the use of a scientific sensor, also referred to as a flow meter, that can be used to determine plant health. The consultation was held at the Beauséjour Community Center near the playing field on Tuesday, with officials from Salem Science and stakeholders in agriculture in attendance. Mitchell says the session focused primarily on how the technology can be applied.
Today we are focusing primarily on the agriculture sector, on plant health. Plant health in the holistic sense as to what affects the soil from a soil perspective, from a plant perspective, and from an environmental perspective. So we are zeroing now on the technology that we can use in all three areas to promote a more sustainable market product.
The technology is available, Mitchell said. However, it is important that the beneficiaries understand its role, especially those in the productive sectors.
As we speak, the technology is ready for the different subsectors, and it's just a matter now of bringing it out to the public, letting them know what is here, and taking it on with some public-private consultation so that the different stakeholders can be fully aware and to how they can implement it within their operation for sustainability.
This is just the first in a series of consultations, as they intend to visit additional farmers and other stakeholders in the various communities.
The next consultation will be in a matter of coming weeks, where we will be going out to the various communities, and also will be establishing the hub center and office for our network operation.
For MTV News, I am Troy Gill.
As Grenada prepares to host cricket test matches between West Indies and England from March 24th to the 28th, one cultural icon is planning to display Grenada's cultural talents. Ricardo Kins Douglas says with the high number of visitors expected to come to the island's shores, they should jump at the opportunity. He spoke to our Donella Hostin about this venture.
After 2 years of not having legitimate carnival celebrations due to the COVID outbreak, Grenadians may get the opportunity to participate in a mini carnival extravaganza in March. Grenada is expected to host international test cricket matches in March, and popular cultural icon Ricardo Keynes Douglas says this is an opportunity to display different aspects of Grenada's culture.
And the whole idea is this came up with initiative with the GTA and Spice Mars Corporation. We thought it would be fantastic since the cricket is such a powerful thing and it's going international. It would be nice to have a little entertainment of our local culture to showcase to the world. The 4-day or 5-day matches, we will try and have on the lunch break, have a little performance of showcasing like the short knee, the Veko, the jab, Bel Air dancers, some Moko Jambis. We'll even have a steel band on a truck. And hopefully the Shakespeare Mass from Carriacou and the string band.
During a telephone interview, Keynes Douglas noted that this would be an exciting event and a possible template for Carnival 2022. And if that happens, all protocols would have to be in place. Due to the restrictions in place for the cricket matches, which include entry for only vaccinated individuals, Keynes Douglas made the clarion call for all those interested in being part of the mini carnival to also be vaccinated.
Have to be in place. The thing I'm asking right now is that everybody must be vaccinated to get into the stadium, and you must be vaccinated to participate in the mini carnival. So I'm asking people, anybody out there who would like to be part of this, if you're a Bel Air dancer, you're a short knee, you want to be, it's exciting because it's, we haven't had a little carnival jump up in a long time. So if you want to be part of this, you can phone Spice Mars. And the number for Spice Mars is 440-0621.
So far, he says preparations are going good.
It's going nicely, but right now I'm just calling on participants who want to be part of this. It doesn't matter. You have to be 18 and over, of course. So just come in and phone Spice Mart Corporation and enjoy yourself. It's going to be a fun event.
Reporting for MTV News, I am Donella Hoston.
The National Disaster Management Agency is now in a better position to respond to the needs of the community with the construction of 2 generator houses to enable better functioning of the district operating centers. We get more in this special report.
The project funded by SEDIMA under the Country Direct Fund was aimed at building the capacity at the community level. National Disaster Coordinator is Mr. Benedict Peters.
In the event of a hurricane, which is the most popular hazard that we prepare for, we need to make sure that there is what we call backup power. All right? So it's just building the robustness at the community level.
Mr. Peters provided some details on the buildings and additional work currently being undertaken on the project.
With that project, we have 2 generator houses that are completed. And right now we are doing the electrical infrastructure, so that when we put the generators in, then all we have to do is to plug on. So the electrical infrastructure is presently being worked on, so that whenever the generators are installed, then we will have power, backup power. So if Grand Lake goes down, for any period of time, we will actually have power at our communities in Black Bay and River Sally, which are, the Black Bay will be serving the St. John's area, and the River Sally will be serving the St. Patrick's area. So it's just part of the process of building the robustness at the community level in relation to disaster management.
In addition to building community resilience, Mr. Peters spoke to the other advantages the structure will provide.
There are 2 advantages here, though. The generators will be protected from the elements of the weather, and there's the natural weathering of the equipment, one, but also from the impact that could be generated from high winds during a hurricane or a storm, and also from vandalism, because the one that is there now, or what is on site, is not, it's a single phase, so we need 3 phases. So you cannot really run the establishment at present, but they were vandalized also. So that will secure both from weathering and vandalism.
Austin Crosby of the Public Relations Unit of the National Disaster Management Agency.
That's the second segment of news. Your weekly health feature is next.
The second segment of MTV News was brought to you in association with the Communal Cooperative Credit Union. To grow with us, save with us.
We support you at every stage of your life.
For business,
for your education,
for your financial freedom,
for that new ride.
Upgrade your life with the Communal. Contact us today.
More reasons to play this game. More money for way. Super 6, a bigger jackpot game. Super 6, bigger jackpots. More chances to win.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
You want a hand sanitizer to do three things: kill germs, be gentle, and to go where you go. You can get all of that in our hand sanitizer. Hard on germs, gentle on hands, affordable. Remember, hand sanitizers contain alcohol. Keep away from heat and flames and avoid contact with eyes. Available at retailers island-wide.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
Sunday, February 27th, Mega Force Promotions presents the 36th edition of Swaggy Team Virtual Bingo. Purchase a ticket now for your chance to win US $10,000. Tickets cost only $10 US. Get yours today from numerous box offices island-wide in Grenada. If you're playing overseas, tickets are only available at gotofed.com. So, if you need cash now, remember, Sunday, February 27th, join the fun and excitement online. Play Swaggy Team Virtual Bingo and win!
Health-wise, and MTV News comes to you compliments Sunrise Diagnostic Center.
Need quality medical service, professional and warm laboratory experience? Tired of waiting days for your lab results to make diagnosis? You have found your solution at Sunrise Diagnostic Center, located at Unit Number 9, New NIS Building, Melville Street, St. George's, and Canal Road, Grenville, St. Andrew, in the hub of the town, catering to your medical needs. Private, accurate, and confidential laboratory service with same-day results. Walk in or schedule your ultrasound with results with 24 to 48 hours. Our opening hours in St. George's are Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. On Saturdays, 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. And on Canal Road, Mondays to Friday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. And on Saturdays, 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. Open on Sundays and public holidays for emergency calls only. 24-hour on-call service is available for emergency laboratory purposes. We meet you where you are, home or office. Special group rates are available. For more information, you can contact us today.
Tuesday, February 15th was recognized as International Childhood Cancer Day, and for today's Healthwise, we are speaking with Chair of the Grenada Cancer Society, Dr. Sonia Nixon, on some of the more prevalent cancers that affect children and the options that are available for treatments once diagnosed both locally and abroad.
So every year on February 15th, the global community, childhood cancer community, celebrates International Childhood Cancer Day. That's on February 17th. Just, staging a collaborative campaign to raise awareness about childhood cancer and to express support for children and adolescents, not just little children. You have teenagers who come with cancer and those who survive and their families. Because as you can well imagine, this must be a very difficult experience for families watching their children so very ill and often dying. And while there are facilities that focus, like St. Jude Hospital, that focus on childhood cancer, there are actually, in the Caribbean, we don't have as many services, simply because we don't have as many people who suffer from cancer as happens in the bigger world. So we don't hear, but it's not that don't exist. So leukemia is probably what we hear about a lot, okay? But there are other things like brain cancer and neuroblastoma, which is a special kind of brain cancer, which is very, very, very malignant, goes fast. Wilms tumor is what I've seen as an individual in our children. Wilms tumor is a tumor of the kidneys. I saw a child here about a few years ago who passed eventually, usually found in children under 4. Lymphoma, which is a cancer of the lymph nodes, happens, yes. Retinoblastoma of the eye and brain, and of course bone cancer. We don't have pediatric oncology services or services that take care of children who have cancers in Grenada. Okay, so often our children have to go into facilities where you have specialized services. I know the children here, we've had our kids in the Caribbean go off to Jamaica where they have a big service for children with cancers. We try to get our children into places like St. Jude's so that the children can be followed. It is expensive. It is, imagine, the younger the child, the more you want to struggle to ensure that the child survives what happens. But also, parents need support on their own, because it's very difficult to look at your child being so severely ill and not being able to do anything for them. This is something that takes their whole self, and often therapy is expensive and very invasive. We've seen pictures of children with no hair and, looking very pale, being very tired and all the rest. Those are what parents have to go through in order to support their children while they're having cancer. So it's not easy. But here in Grenada, we try, yes. I know the oncologist here have tried, the few kids I've known about, but we don't have specialized services, and those children do require specialized services in order to be able to transition and to survive. And of course, early diagnosis is also very important.
News from across the region is next.
Healthwise at MTV News came to you compliments Sunrise Diagnostic Center.
Need quality medical service, professional and warm laboratory experience? Tired of waiting days for your lab results to make diagnosis? You have found your solution at Sunrise Diagnostic Center, located at Unit Number 9, New NIS Building, Melville Street, St. George's, and Canal Road, Grenville, St. Andrew, in the hub of the town, catering to your medical needs. Private, accurate, and confidential laboratory service with same-day results. Walk in or schedule your ultrasound with results with 24 to 48 hours. Our opening hours in St. George's are Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. On Saturdays, 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. And on Canal Road, Mondays to Friday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. And on Saturdays, 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. Open on Sundays and public holidays for emergency calls only. 24-hour on-call service is available for emergency laboratory purposes. We meet you where you are, home or office. Special group rates are available. For more information, you can contact us today.
The third segment of MTV News is brought to you in association with Arizo Credit Union. Your financial freedom, your future.
January 1947 saw the dawn of a new day, the birth of the Grenada Civil Service Credit Union, later renamed the Grenada Public Service Cooperative Credit Union Limited, and more recently, Arizo. Arizo is extremely proud to be celebrating this significant milestone. But this would not have been possible without you. And this is why we are inviting you to celebrate with us as we celebrate 75 years of transforming lives. Stay tuned to our social media platforms and our local media houses to learn more of the activities and events that we have in store for you. As we celebrate this journey, we thank all our stalwarts for their valued contributions in bringing us to where we are today. We look forward to serving you for many more years. Let's celebrate 75 years of transforming lives.
Time now for this evening's regional roundup.
Good evening with tonight's MTV Regional Roundup. I am Clifton James. St. Lucia has recorded its first pediatric COVID-19 death. Health officials say the 3-year-old female child had serious underlying medical conditions and was admitted to the respiratory hospital. To date, cases below 18 years of age make up 10 to 13% of COVID-19 cases. These cases have been mild and have recovered well. The main risk factors for severe COVID-19 in children include chronic lung disease, neurological disorders, cardiovascular disease, prematurity and airway abnormality. As of February the 13th, 2022, St. Lucia has diagnosed a total of 22,121 cases in the country, with 1,544 active cases presently. Meanwhile, the Pan American Health Organization, PAHO, says it has now delivered 100 million doses of the coronavirus COVID-19 vaccine to Latin America and the Caribbean, adding that it was due to the efforts of its revolving fund. PAHO said the latest batch of vaccines delivered on Tuesday included 151,200 doses of Moderna vaccine as part of the COVAX support to Haiti and 1,511,640 doses of Pfizer vaccines for Ecuador donated by Spain. PAHO Director Dr. Carissa Etienne said the 100 million doses mark a significant milestone. The Prime Minister of Barbados, Mia Mottley, has urged the government of Guyana to ensure that its citizens play major and key roles in the local oil and gas sector. Ms. Mottley was speaking on Tuesday at the International Energy Conference in Guyana. Gordon Mosley has more.
The Barbadian Prime Minister said she has noted the complaints of regional and international private sector bodies about the country's local content policy and how it is structured. However, Motley said while it is important for investors to feel welcomed, it is also important that governments look out for their citizens by having them actively participate in and benefit meaningfully from the local resources.
The day that we do not provide opportunity for our citizens who participate in active citizenship, of being able to benefit from the patrimony of our country, is the day we sow the seeds of destruction of our nation.
Prime Minister Motley pointed out that while there might be differences and conflicts, it's up to those in leadership positions to make the decision to put the people first and resolve those differences.
And it is our duty to be able to smooth that over, but to ensure that at no stage as newly independent countries of the world do we leave our citizens as tenants in their own land, but make them owners of all that they must survey.
Additionally, Ms. Motley said Guyana has now reached a stage where it is operating on a different playing field, and the country must now utilize the opportunity to take its citizens who are stricken by poverty along the new path to prosperity.
Concerns have surfaced again about the scourge of violence in school. The situation has been magnified given the number of recent viral videos depicting brawls involving students at a number of high schools across Jamaica. More from Janielle Powell of CVM News.
With videos of secondary school students fighting making the rounds on social media, many are left to question if the separation caused by the COVID-19 pandemic is to blame. Serving as an eye into the teenage mind, General Secretary of the National Secondary School Council, Jaden Hewitt, suggests that this could be a response to cyberbullying, one threat UNICEF points out as a significant risk of increased unsupervised time online.
The whole being at home and, behind the screen where somebody might say something to you that you don't like, and you finally get to school, and that's the opportunity that you get where you can say, oh, you remember when that happened or whatever, and oftentimes it gets physical.
There has been an explosion of violent school fights recently, leading to significant injuries and at least one student being charged. Former president of the National Parent-Teacher Association of Jamaica and educator Everton Hannum says school fights aren't abnormal. However, the social isolation brought on by the pandemic could hold some influence.
Persons could probably feel pent up for a number of reasons, and that is one way of escaping, giving off steam or letting out some pent up feeling that they might have, having been locked away for a while or having been out of sight for a while because of online courses. So the online training, of course, is going to have an immediate mental impact, and the mental impact is going to be manifested in various ways.
Clifton James, MTV Regional Roundup.
You're watching the MTV Evening News. We'll be back after the break.
The third segment of MTV News was brought to you in association with Ariza Credit Union. Your financial freedom, your future.
January 1947 saw the dawn of a new day, the birth of the Grenada Civil Service Credit Union, later renamed the Grenada Public Service Cooperative Credit Union Limited, and more recently, Ariza. Ariza is extremely proud to be celebrating this significant milestone. But this would not have been possible without you. And this is why we are inviting you to celebrate with us as we celebrate 75 years of transforming lives. Stay tuned to our social media platforms and our local media houses to learn more of the activities and events that we have in store for you. As we celebrate this journey, we thank all our stalwarts for their valued contributions in bringing us to where we are today. We look forward to serving you for many more years. Let's celebrate 75 years of transforming lives.
This is the MTV Evening News. The sporting highlights are next.
Win more with the NLA's Daily Cash 4 every day, with more plays and bigger prizes to be won. It's a 4-digit game with all the bet types you already know and much, much more. From 0000 to 9999. Choose your 4 numbers and place your bet from 11 different bet types. Choose from inline, 4 different mixes, first 3, last 3, and 4 different backup options too. Best of all, it starts at just $1, except for backups, which starts at $2. Win as much as $5,000 with a $1 inline bet and as much as $6,200 in a $2 backup bet. Imagine $50,000 for a winning $10 inline bet. There's definitely more to win with the Daily Cash 4. More plays, bigger prizes, twice per day, Mondays to Saturdays. Must be 18 and over to participate. NLA, making your dreams come true while supporting sports, culture, and nation building.
Introducing the Grenlec mobile app. You can now get your bill balance and easily track energy usage for your home or business. Report and receive alerts about power outages. Plus, stay up to date by receiving the latest notifications. Yes, the Grenlec app keeps you connected anytime, anywhere.
Spring water is a water for every occasion. On the field of sports, at your workplace, just open the bottle and savor the pure, refreshing taste. Holy Natural Spring Water is produced in Mama Can St. Andrews and is available in all sizes nationwide. To order, telephone 444-7654 or 533-7654. Holy Natural Spring Water, Grenada's purest bottled water.
Shannon and Rose are the 40th Independence Anniversary tennis champs. That and more coming up in sports.
My name is Hollis Map. I perform around the world. And when I travel, I book with CaribJet.
Call CaribJet now. 100% Grenadian, operating 30 years plus.
Telephone number 439-4444 in Grenada or click caribjet.com. CaribJet, True Blue St. George's. The #1 for travel.
Rachel Bain has this evening's sporting highlights.
Good evening, sporting fans. Shannon Duglin won the men's singles and Rose Dino the women event in the Grenada Table Tennis Association 48th Anniversary of Independence Open Tournament, which concluded last Saturday. In their best-of-5 championship match, Duglin defeated Junior St. John 3 games to 1, 9-11, 11-4, 11-7, 11-8. It was his third straight men's singles title in as many local tournaments in which he participated. St. John made an impressive start, winning the first game, but an aggressive Duglin won the next 3 encounters with a series of attacking forehand and backhand smashes, pushing his opponent into defense. Rose Dinahu won the women's singles, defeating 14-year-old Anique Bonaparte 9-11, 11-14, 11-5, and 11-8. In the boys under-19 competition, Cedric Marquez continued to dominate his rivals in that category. He scored 3 sets to 1 victory against Vijay Valsin to win his third successive singles title. In addition, Marquez finished third in the men's singles. Dwayne Newland beat arch rival Quaynell Walker in straight sets to capture the boys under-15 championship, and Anique Bonaparte was equally impressive in winning the girls under-15. She defeated Katisha Francis. The boys under-13 was an action-packed contest in which Xylon Lynn played brilliantly to defeat Chandel Straker in 4 sets. Placing third was Jonique Mark. At the end of the tournament, president of the GTTA, Dr. Alistair Antwine, coach Anthony Benjamin, and Sheldon Charles presented trophies and medals to the top 3 finishers in each category of the competition. The juniors will return to action during the first week in March, competing in the LQ Sports Juniors Open. At this time, our national football team is kicking it in the 2022 CONCACAF Women's Qualifiers in the Dominican Republic this evening. Grenada is among 30 teams competing for the remaining spots in the CONCACAF Women's Championship this July and are playing against a host country in Group C. Speaking to MTV ahead of tonight's match, Coach Jake Rennie said the team is ready.
But it's a good mixture with, as I said, with young players. We have a few U17 players. We have overseas players like Ronella Frank, Malia. You know, we have these kind of players coming in to give their best into the team. We have experienced players like Naya, Judy, Teja. You know, I think we're going to give a good show.
My name is Judy McIntosh. I play centre back. I'm the captain of the Grenada National Senior Women's Team. And my expectation of the game tomorrow is that come out to the win, we'll play hard, do what coach gave us, and just come out to execute.
This is Malia Ramdani. I play midfield, and I expect us to go out there and give everything we've got till the last whistle blows. I'm Melania Fullerton, and I play midfield, and I expect us to get some points on the scoreboard and make our country proud and do our best.
My name is Krista Julien. I play holding midfield for Team Grenada. My role on the team is to regulate plays, defend my goal, and help in attack.
My name is Ronisha Frank. I'm the vice captain for the Grenada Women's National Team. I play forward, and my expectations for the game for tomorrow, I think that we have been training really hard, and the coach has been putting on a lot, and we're going to go out there and play hard and get a win for Grenada.
That was some of the players in a video made before this evening's game. The CONCACAF Women's Championship serves as World Cup qualifiers for the region ahead of the 2023 FIFA Women's World Cup in Australia and New Zealand. We will have the scores in our next bulletin. Trinidad and Tobago overcame a testy start to close on 216-5 on the opening of their West Indies Championship match against Windward Islands Volcanoes in Trinidad on Tuesday. Imran Khan's team lost 3 wickets for 4 runs that saw TNT side to 22-3 in quick time. However, 112-run partnership between Jeremy Solanzo 66 and Yannick Carrier 72 took home the team to a more comfortable position. Joshua De Silva, 52 not out, who got his half-century just before the close of play, took TNT to 217-5 at the close. However, the Red Force lost skipper Imran Khan to a hamstring injury just before the close of play. Khan earlier received an award from the Trinidad and Tobago Cricket Board to mark his 100th first-class match in Trinidad and Tobago. And that has brought us to the end of MTV's Evening Sports. I am Rachel Bean.
That's the sports, the weather, and a recap of the headlines when we come back.
MTV Weather is brought to you in association with Grenlec, energizing our Grenada.
Each of us has a role in Grenada's successful recovery. We have the will to overcome. We are strong. Together, we are Grenada.
Good evening, viewers, and with Wednesday night's weather forecast, I'm meteorologist Wayne Williams. Fair and hazy conditions were interrupted by some sharp pop-up showers throughout the daytime here in Grenada. One or two of those showers also developed over Barbados and Trinidad. Those are as a result of the low-level moisture in the Atlantic, and we could continue to see some more of those over the next couple of days. The haze is easing a bit, would continue to do so towards Friday, but then is expected to intensify again from Saturday onwards. Right now, we can see the moisture in the central Atlantic. So most of it will dissipate before getting to the islands. However, it's worth keeping an eye on these patches here as they move towards the Eastern Caribbean. A few smaller ones are closer to the islands, could possibly bring showers into tonight and tomorrow. The forecast for Wednesday night, however, is for fair weather to dominate, but we are going to see some more of those localized pop-up showers. Northeasterly winds on the brisker side, 10 to 20 miles per hour. Minimum temperature will fall to around 23. The moon is up. It rose at 6:25. It's going to set 7:13 in the morning, and we should be able to enjoy quite a bit of moonlight tonight. Variable cloudy and hazy conditions on Thursday, 40% chance again of some more of those pop-up showers. The winds would be northeasterly on the strong side, 12 to 28 miles per hour, and that will help generate rough seas with 7 to 9 foot waves in open waters. If you have to venture far from port, exercise extreme caution. Sunrise 6:27, sunset 6:14, maximum temperature 24, 34 that is. It will feel like 38. Those pop-up showers would affect both Port of Spain and Bridgetown with gusty winds and haze there also. Isolated showers in Kingston, partly cloudy for Miami. New York will be cloudy. Lots of sunshine over the Atlantic, across the Atlantic in London. Here at home, fair conditions on Saturday with about a 30% chance of showers. That's on Friday. By Saturday into Sunday, increase in cloudiness is possible. At that time, we have a 50-50 chance of some showers developing. From Monday, conditions would be partly cloudy and then improving from Wednesday onwards. That's it for Wednesday night, folks. Have yourself a great night. Join me again right here on Thursday.
MTV Weather was brought to you in association with Grenlec, energizing our Grenada.
Before we end, a reminder to join us on Thursday morning for another edition of Rise and Shine with host Oslin Crosby. The Russian ambassador to Grenada with an official from the Grenada Football Association will join the discussion. Now to recap the headlines. The National Democratic Congress launches first batch of candidates for upcoming general elections. Legal Affairs Minister urges attorneys to remember what the requirements of the Code of Ethics are as set out in the Legal Profession Act. Local scientists demonstrate the use of a flow meter to determine plant health to farmers. And in sports, Shannon and Rose are the 40th Independence Anniversary tennis champs. I am Tonya St. Louis Lawrence on behalf of the News and Production Department saying thanks for watching.
She was my life, caring for me, loving me from a baby. COVID came and she never left the house. She felt safe there. Just turned 80, she kept saying, "Son, go take the vaccine so you could come and see me. I miss you." And never did. Because I'm young and I'm strong, and people on Facebook say the vaccine don't really protect you. I went to see her because I thought I was fine. I had no symptoms. She was so happy to see me. I had COVID and I did not even know. Being vaccinated would have helped. I just know it. I just know it. I'm so sorry, Granny. I'm so sorry.
This message is brought to you by the Grenada COVID Crisis Group and the Grenadians United in Virginia.
I'm a winner, you are winner, we are winners, winners, winners.
It's the big one. Grenada. Imagine winning $25,000 and up to 6 times by scratching just one lotto ticket. Get your triple cash scratch tickets for a chance to live your best life. Win easy with Scratch. For just $3, match any of your numbers to any of the winning numbers and win the prize shown for that number. Reveal a money bag symbol and win the prize instantly. Triple cash scratch in stores now. Must be 18 or older to play.
'Cause I'm a winner. From the moment that I get up, I'm feeling right.
Hello viewers and listeners, this is the National Lotteries Authority's Daily Pick 3 evening draw. It is Wednesday, February 16th, 2022. I'm your draw hostess, Leslie Ann Johnson. Supervising the draw, Ms. Giselle Alexander. She's representing PKF Accountants and Business Advisors. So a quick reminder, as usual, there are 4 different bet types in this game from which you can choose. They're called inline, mix, pair, and backup. It pays to play Daily Pick 3, so let's see if you are tonight's lucky winner. Good luck to you. Okay, so check your tickets. Our first number for tonight. 1, the second number. 4, final number. Its final number is 5. So just to recap for your benefit, our first number is 1, that's followed by 4, and the final is 5. 1, 4, and 5. So congratulations, of course, if you are a lucky winner. The Playway draw comes up next. We'll see you soon.
I'm a winner. You are winner. We are winners. Winners.
It's the big one. Grenada. Imagine winning $25,000 and up to 6 times by scratching just one lotto ticket. Get your triple cash scratch tickets for a chance to live your best life. Win easy with Scratch. For just $3, match any of your numbers to any of the winning numbers and win the prize shown for that number. Reveal a money bag symbol and win the prize instantly. Triple cash scratch in stores now. Must be 18 or older to play.
'Cause I'm a winner. From the moment that I get up, I'm feeling right.
Hello once again, this is the National Lotteries Authority's Playway evening draw for today, Wednesday, February 16th, 2022. I'm your draw hostess, Leslie Ann Johnson. With me once again is Ms. Giselle Alexander. She's representing PKF Accountants and Business Advisors. In this particular game, you can bet from $1 up to $10, or you can bet in increments on any number or dream symbol of your choice, and being with a chance to win 24 times the amount you bet. $24 for every $1 that you spend. Value your dreams and win your way with Playway. Let's see if you are tonight's lucky winner. Good luck to you. Okay, here we go. So check your tickets. Playway number for tonight. That number is 25. Once again, our Playway number for tonight is 2525. That represents fire. So congratulations, of course, if you are tonight's lucky winner. Stay with us. The Daily Cash 4 is up next. We'll see you soon.
Win more with the NLA's Daily Cash 4. Every day with more plays and bigger prizes to be won. It's a 4-digit game with all the bet types you already know and much, much more. From 0000 to 9999. Choose your 4 numbers and place your bet from 11 different bet types. Choose from inline, 4 different mixes, first 3, last 3, and 4 different backup options too. Best of all, it starts at just $1, except for backups, which starts at $2. Win as much as $5,000 with a $1 inline bet and as much as $6,200 in a $2 backup bet. Imagine $50,000 for a winning $10 inline bet. There's definitely more to win with the Daily Cash 4. More plays, bigger prizes, twice per day, Mondays to Saturdays. Must be 18 and over to participate. NLA, making your dreams come true while supporting sports, culture, and nation building.
Okay, so we're back with you. This is the National Lotteries Authority's Daily Cash 4 evening draw for today, Wednesday, February 16th, 2022. I'm your draw hostess, Leslie Ann Johnson, and with me once again is Ms. Giselle Alexander. She's representing PKF Accountants and Business Advisors. In this particular game, you can choose any number from 0 to 9 in any of the 11 bet types offered. The tickets cost as little as $1, except backup. That costs $2. More plays, bigger prizes. So let's play Daily Cash 4. Good luck to you. Alright, here we go. Our first number for tonight. 3, the second number. 6, next number. 5, the final number. 1. Alright, just to recap for your benefit, check your tickets. Our first number is 3, that's followed by 6. The next number is 5, and the final is 1. So once again, for your benefit, 3, 6, 5, 1. Congratulations, of course, if you are tonight's lucky winner. Stay with us. The lotto draw comes up shortly. We're playing for $90,000. We'll see you real soon.
Win more with the NLA's Daily Cash 4 every day with more plays and bigger prizes to be won. It's a 4-digit game with all the bet types you already know and much, much more. From 0000 to 9999. Choose your 4 numbers and place your bet from 11 different bet types. Choose from inline, 4 different mixes, first 3, last 3, and 4 different backup options too. Best of all, it starts at just $1, except for backups, which starts at $2. Win as much as $5,000 with a $1 inline bet and as much as $6,200 in a $2 backup bet. Imagine $50,000 for a winning $10 inline bet. There's definitely more to win with the Daily Cash 4. More plays, bigger prizes. Twice per day, Mondays to Saturdays. Must be 18 and over to participate. NLA, making your dreams come true while supporting sports, culture, and nation building.
I'm a winner, you are winner, we are winners, winners.
It's the big one. Grenada. Imagine winning $25,000 and up to 6 times by scratching just 1 lotto ticket. Get your triple cash scratch tickets for a chance to live your best life. Win easy with Scratch. For just $3, match any of your numbers to any of the winning numbers and win the prize shown for that number. Reveal a money bag symbol and win the prize instantly. Triple cash scratch. In stores now. Must be 18 or older to play.
Cause I'm a winner. From the moment that I get up, I'm feeling right.
Hello viewers and listeners, this is the National Lotteries Authority's Lotto Draw number 3325 for today, Wednesday, February 16th, 2022. I'm your draw hostess, Leslie Ann Johnson. Supervising tonight's draw, Miss Giselle Alexander. She is representing PKF Accountants and Business Advisors. So we're playing for $90,000. But of course, before we select our 5 winning numbers, we will select the free ticket letter. Alright, so our free ticket letter for tonight is G as in go. So if you are tonight's lucky winner, of course, you can check to see if this matches the letter on your ticket. And we'll now select tonight's 5 winning numbers for $90,000. Good luck to you. Tickets, our first number. That number is 13, tonight's second number. 19, the third number. The third number is 6, the fourth number. That number is 2, and our fifth and final number. That number is 33. Okay, so let's just recap for your benefit. We'll start with the free ticket letter. That is G as in go. And our 5 winning numbers for $90,000 are 13, 13, 19, 19, 606, 202, and 33, 33. So of course, congratulations to you if you are tonight's lucky winner. Continue supporting the National Lotteries Authority. Have a great night.
When a loved one passes on, we all need the comfort, support, and guidance of a trusted friend. You can rely on LaCour Brothers Funeral Home. We provide a personalized professional service that exceeds all expectations. Our dedicated staff responds to your every need with the greatest detail, ensuring affordability with a variety of options. Our upgraded state-of-the-art facilities, spacious air-conditioned chapel with live internet streaming, a modern, environmentally safe crematorium, the only of its kind on island, private viewing spaces, large on-site repast center, a modern transportation fleet. Join our burial society today and make personalized arrangements for that final moment. As you prepare to enter your loved one into eternal rest, visit or call LaCour Brothers Funeral Home and select a package that brings added comfort to the entire family. LaCour Brothers Funeral Home and Burial Society, continuing a tradition of excellence.
Curtis Douglas, also known as South, Trini and Douglas, of Woodland St. George, died on Thursday, 3rd February 2022, at the age of 57. Left to mourn his wife Veronica Douglas, mother Rosie Douglas in Trinidad and Tobago, children Carlin Douglas in Grenada, Antonio Nero Douglas, Jerome Douglas, and Carlton Douglas in Trinidad, siblings Frank, Anthony, Reynold, Hilton, Kurt, Joyce, Emrys, and Cheryl Douglas, all in Trinidad. In-laws Anne, Alston, Gilbert, Michael, Lisa Nero, and Gwendolyn Nero Thomas. Grandchild Kalia Jack in Trinidad. 23 nieces and nephews in Trinidad. Close friends, workers of Douglas Cleaning Service and Auto Care Service, Sheldon Thomas, Cyrus Griffith and family, the Sandbeck's family, the staff of Brenlick, the Andrews family, Ray Roberts and family, Gabriel Rentals, Barry's Engineering Company Limited, the staff of Real Value, Grace Lutheran, I Am Jet Center, and GTM Insurance, and neighbors of Woodlands and surrounding areas. The funeral service and interment of the late Curtis Douglas, also known as South, Trini and Douglas of Woodland St. George, will be held privately. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home. Adolphus Sylvester, also known as Beck, of Laborie, who resided in Tortola, former operations manager of Shell British Virgin Islands and past employee of Soul Group BVI, passed away on Saturday, January 8, 2022, at the age of 74. Left to mourn are his wife Sonia Palmer Sylvester, children Adolphus Sylvester Jr. and Rhonda Walcott, stepchildren Suzette Palmer Davies residing in the USA and Jessie Palmer in Tortola, adopted child Marisa Palmer, one granddaughter, sisters and brother Sylvia, Jean, Vanetta and Cuthbert, aunt Lyris Hunt, nieces and nephews including Milton, Sharon, Wendonna, Neil, Claudius, Selwyn, Sarana, Ngozi, Erlin, Franca, Indra, other nieces and nephews in Grenada, Canada, and Trinidad. Sisters-in-law Barbara Sylvester and Keisha Noel Charles. Other relatives, in-laws, and friends, including the Hunt and Sylvester families of Laborie, St. Paul's, and surrounding areas, Wayne, Oliver and Barry Palmer in Tortola, Stephen Palmer in the USA, Michael, Richard, Ricky and Junior Palmer in the UK, Gloria Palmer and family of Boca, Jean Palmer and family of Fontenoy, Joe Palmer and family of Mount Parnassus, Peter Clark, Ben Gittens, Dr. Francis Alexis, George Martin and family, the management and staff of Soul Group BVI and the Caribbean, Many other relatives, in-laws, grandchildren, adopted children, too numerous to mention, and friends and neighbors in Tortola, Canada, Grenada, Trinidad, Barbados, Anguilla, and throughout the Caribbean. The funeral service for the late Adolphus Sylvester, also known as Beck of Laborie, who resided in Tortola, will be held privately. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home. Leantin Aberdeen of Moya St. Andrew, who resided in Canada, passed away on Saturday 29th January 2022 at the age of 92. She was the mother of Gabriel and Japhet Samuel, Leslie, Ashley, Raymond and Brenda Aberdeen, stepmother of Anne Lalji, grandmother of 25 including Delianne Albert, Loxley Williams, Shanae Aberdeen, Stephlin, Aaliyah, Abigail, Ziggy, Lindonis Tansclaws, and Gillian Bowler. Great-grandmother of 42, great-great-grandmother of 6, mother-in-law of Grathel Stephen, aunt of many including Rudolph and Lennox Thorne, Teresa Joseph, Eulene Henry, Rayanne and Alistair Charles and Mycena, cousin of Leroy and Lenuid Jones and Manita. Many other relatives and friends in Grenada including Stephen Jones, Needley Charles, the Stevens and Evans families, Princess, Bernice, Jocelyn, Benjamin, Toba, members of the La Poetry Seventh-day Adventist Church, and friends and neighbors of Pearls, Moya, and Paradise St. Andrew. The funeral service for the late Leantin Aberdeen of Moya St. Andrew, who resided in Canada, will take place in Canada. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Alban Chase, also known as Daddy Banu and Grandpa, of Beaulieu St. George, passed away on Friday 28th January 2022 at the age of 93. He was the father of Patsy Crawford, Peter, Reverend Philip Chase, Cephas, Richard, Errol, Veronica and Johnson, both residing in Canada, David and Rebecca Chase John, both residing in the USA, brother of Alberta Charles and Michael Chase, both residing in Trinidad, grandfather of 23, great-grandfather of 20, great-great-grandfather of 4, brother-in-law of Mary Williams and Phyllis Chase, father-in-law of Earl Crawford, Cecilia, Sandra, Sally Ann, and Melissa, many nieces and nephews. Other relatives and friends including Rosalind and Jennifer Williams, Joanna Chase, the Simpson, Worrell, and Chase families residing in Trinidad, the Daniel family of Vendham, the Labari family of Beaulieu, the Chase family of Grandance, Victoria, Bylands, and in Carriacou, the John and Frederick families of Bellevue and Montrose, the Johnson family of Willis, the Patrick family of Grandmole, Reverend and Sister Aline, members of the Latter Rain Revival Pentecostal Church of Tempe, including Brother and Sister Murray, members of the Grenada Seamen and Waterfront Workers Union, members of the Grenada Ports Authority, Superintendent of Police Esau Pear of the Royal Grenada Police Force, Sergeant Anthony Pear of the Grenada Coast Guard, Dr. Roxanne Ned and family, the doctors and nurses of the Snug Corner Medical Station and the General Hospital, including Dr. Charles, Dr. Migwen and Dr. Noel, and friends and neighbors of Beaulieu, Willis and New Hampshire, including the Telesford, Murrell and Phillip families. The funeral service and interment of the late Alban Chase, also known as Daddy Banu and Grandpa, of Beaulieu St. George, will be held privately. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home. Anthony Laguerre of La Fortune, who resided at Cooper's Hill and H.A. Blair Street, St. George's, an employee of George F. Huggins and assistant jeweler at Laguerre's Jewelry, passed away on Monday 17th January 2022 at the age of 61. Left to mourn are his children Anthony John, Dorian Thomas, also known as Domain, Sophia Skeet, Kevin Campbell, and Cameron Filbert. Brothers Livingston Laguerre, Matthew Barry and Donald Mitchell in the USA, Winston Mitchell and Eris Mitchell. Aunt Irene Charles in the USA. Grandchildren Jared and Ethan Skeet, Deanna and Twine, Anton Lawrence and Caden Filbert. Sisters-in-law Camille Francis, Denise Mitchell and Emma Barry. Many nieces and nephews including Anthony, Antonio, Evelyn, Rosalind, Donnellan and Charlene Barry, Kendon Clement, Toria George, Cordell and Cameru Francis, Anon, Andon, Donna and Marsha Mitchell, and Denon Lessie. Other relatives and friends including Jason Lessie, Kanisha Rennie, Donnellan Francis, the Laguerre families of St. Andrew and St. David, the Charles and Beggs families in the USA, the Robertson, Brown, Scott, and Andrews families of Satez, the Skeet family of Coopers Hill, in Canada, Trinidad, and the USA, the management and staff of George F. Huggins, staff of the Oncology Ward at the General Hospital, the guys by Roach's Bar in the Market Square, and Lynette's Bar at Lucas Street, and neighbors of Coopers Hill, H.A. Blair Street, the Carenage, the Villa, and surrounding areas. The funeral service and interment of the late Anthony Laguerre of La Fortune, who resided at Coopers Hill and at H.A. Blair Street, St. George's, will be held privately. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home. Peter John Joseph, also known as Spirit of Belmont Carriacou, who resided in the USA, passed away on Saturday, 15th January 2022, at the age of 56. He was the son of Evina Waldron in Tobago and Alban Lambert in the United Kingdom, husband of Loretta Joseph, father of Akani, John Jr. and Christopher, brother of Agnes Joseph, also known as Dindin, Nadine, Joan, Prudence, Erlin, Keone, Samantha, Wayne, Kevin, Roger, Alan, and Ashton, brother-in-law of 3, son-in-law of Frank and Rose, uncle of many, nephew of Jermaine Joseph in the USA, close cousin of many including Janice Joseph, Nimrod John, Ken Alexander, and Mr. B. Many other relatives and friends including the Joseph, Lambert, John, and Cajo families in Carriacou, England, Trinidad, and the USA. The funeral of the late Peter John Joseph, also known as Spirit, of Belmont Carriacou, who resided in the USA, will be held privately. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacroix Brothers Funeral Homes. Emery Anthony Frederick, also known as Brigo, of Grand Bacalet, who resided at Café Crochu St. Andrew, passed away on Friday, 4th February 2022, at the age of 91. He was the father of Annette Mayo, grandfather of Grace Jordan, Kelly Caliste, Molly Caliste and their families, uncle of Jocelyn Robertson, Venita Braffett, Venice Peters, Vera Peters and their families, and the Lalsey family of Grand Bacalet, stepfather of Agnes James and Denise George, stepfather-in-law of Catherine Alexander, step-grandfather of Merrill Telesford, Beverly Pursue, Marcel, Chanel, Ellen, Ishmael, Kent, and Antonia. Many other relatives and friends including the Panchu family of Tivoli and Mirabeau, the Mason family, Leon Bola, and friends and neighbors of Café, Crochu, Grand Bacalet, Kuma, and surrounding areas. The funeral of the late Emery Anthony Frederick, also known as Brigo, of Grand Bacalet, who resided at Café Crochu St. Andrew, will be held privately. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacroix Brothers Funeral Homes. Cecil Harris, also known as Harrow, of Montmort St. George, a World War II veteran, passed away on Friday, 11th February 2022, at the age of 95. He was the father of Carl Harris, Ada Harris, Lydia Harris, MBE, and Vivian Harris, grandfather of 18, great-grandfather of 24, great-great-grandfather of 2, father-in-law of Angelina Harris and Nicholas Harris, brother of George, Freddie, and Louisa Harris, brother-in-law of Lemuel and Orford Edwards and Urban Nichols, several nieces and nephews, other relatives and friends, including the Edwards, Harris, and Dowden families of Montmoritz, the President, Mrs. Lauren E. Gray Bilayev, MBE, and members of the Grenada Legion of the Royal Commonwealth Ex-Servicemen League, Dr. Jude Antwine, Yoland Lawrence and family of Trinidad, Glenda Seals, Alan Medford and members of the Monkmoritz Seventh-day Adventist Church, and friends and neighbours of Monkmoritz. The funeral of the late Cecil Harris, also known as Harrow, of Monkmoritz St. George, will be held privately. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Anthony Felix, also known as Tony, of Harford Village St. Andrew, past teacher of St. Mary's RC, retired principal of Tivoli RC, extraordinary minister of the Eucharist, Cursalister and founding member of the Grenville Cooperative Credit Union, passed away on Thursday, 13th January 2022, at the age of 71. He was the husband of Agnes Felix, father of Randy in England, Leron in Texas, and Rodon in Grenada, grandfather of Shamar, Lamari, and Cadence, brother of Joycelyn Pear, Margaret James in Grenada, Dr. Edwin Felix in Texas, Maria Felix Julian, Yvette Felix, Agnes Sturdevan, and Sarah Felix Turler in Canada, father-in-law of Nadia Noel, Mariev, and Nisha Marast, uncle of many including Coffee, Dylan, Shakira, Rosie, Nixon, Melissa, and Samantha, grand and great-grandfather of many, brother-in-law of Bernard Shaka James, Victor Pear, Jude Manwaring, Stephen, Rudy, and Scylla Felix and Rita Marast. Many other relatives and friends including Daphne Benjamin, Father Leroy Hopkin, Dr. Earlene Thomas, Rolda Courtney, Glennis Hall, Weston Aline, Joseph Noel, the Benjamin, Peters, Felix, and Gill families, and friends and neighbours of Harford's Village and surrounding areas. The funeral service for the late Anthony Felix, also known as Tony, of Harford Village St. Andrew, will be held privately. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Teresa Cynthia Andrews, also known as Cynthia Andrews, or Miss Cynthia, of Thebaid St. David, passed away on Tuesday, 8th February 2022, at the age of 88. Left to mourn are her children Diane, Derek, Carol, and Denzel, siblings Lester James, Mary James Peterson in the USA, and Anne Ogilvy, mother-in-law of Wallace, Magna, and Delia, sister-in-law of Daphne and Eugene, brothers-in-law Lennox and Walter, grandmother of 17, great-grandmother of 16, aunt of many other relatives and friends including Rita Thomas and family, Doreen and Francis Bain, Eliza Murray and family, Anne Noel and family, Jacinta Rubin and family, the James family of Mount Annan, the Andrews family, the Rayburn and Ferguson families of Sans-Souci, the Purcell family in New York, the Lett family, Sheila Telesford and family, the George, Francis, and Livingston families of Thebaid, and neighbours and friends of Thebaid, St. David, and surrounding areas. The funeral service and interment of the late Teresa Cynthia Andrews, also known as Cynthia Andrews or Miss Cynthia, of Thebaid St. David, will be held privately. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home. Jervis Stedman Julian, also known as Papa Yo and Blacks, of Woodford St. John, former employee of the General Hospital, passed away on Tuesday, 1st February 2022, at the age of 63. He was the father of Gracelyn, grandfather of Joshua, Jonathan, and Jordan in Trinidad, brother of Kenny, James, Sean, Randy, Lynette, Grieslyn, Joylyn, and Sandra, nephew of Carmen, uncle of Vonnie, Devore, Kevin, Rakisha, Sherwin, Kieron, Dwight, Zena, Kadisha, Aliyah, Elisha, Akira, Shakira, and Kadeem, brother-in-law of Fitzroy, Kathian, and Loretta. Many other relatives and friends including Phyllis, Sylvia, Marva, Anne-Marie, Stephanie, Miller, Rolf, Lucita, Julia, Edrica, Garvin, Annie Purcell, Inez Welch, Keith Haynes, the Julian, Philip, Lewis, Thomas, Joseph and Wellington families, the grounds and housekeeping staff of the General Hospital, and friends and neighbours of Woodford and surrounding areas. The funeral of the late Jervis Stedman Julian, also known as Papa Yo and Blacks, of Woodford St. John, will be held privately. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Dennis Thomas, also known as Tomo, of Blackbay St. John, passed away on Monday 14th February 2022 at the age of 74. The funeral arrangements for the late Dennis Thomas, also known as Tomo, of Blackbay St. John, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes.
Nelsia Vincent of Richmond, Granborough and Felix Park Cottage, Crowshoe St. Andrew, passed away on Monday, 14th February at the age of 87. The funeral of the late Nelsia Vincent of Richmond, Granborough and Felix Park Cottage, Crowshoe St. Andrew, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements have been entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Home. Anthony McQueen, also known as Drix of La Fortune St. Patrick, passed away on Tuesday, 1st February at the age of 85. The funeral of the late Anthony McQueen, also known as Drix of La Fortune St. Patrick, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements have been entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Home. Ursula Antoine Nee Sandy of Happy Hill St. George, member of the Most Excellent Order of the British Empire, former principal of the St. George's Anglican Senior School, also known as Heinze, and pastor emerita of the St. George's Bible Holiness Church. She transitioned to glory on Wednesday, February 9th, 2022, at the age of 75. The funeral arrangements of the late Ursula Antoine MBE of Happy Hill St. George will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements have been entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home. Thomas Newton, also known as Lack of Lasager St. David, passed away on Monday, 14th February at the age of 79. The funeral of the late Thomas Newton, also known as Lack of Lasager St. David, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements have been entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Home.
Edward Williams, also known as App and Quash, of St. Paul's, St. George, passed away on Sunday 13th February 2022 at the age of 80. The funeral arrangements for the late Edward Williams, also known as App and Quash of St. Paul's, St. George, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Glenda Catherine Samuel Church of Loretto Grove, St. John, an employee of the Supreme Court Registry, died on Tuesday, 1st February 2022 at the age of 53. The funeral arrangements for the late Glenda Catherine Samuel Church of Loretto Grove, St. John, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home. Delbert Bowler of Duquesne St. Mark passed away on Friday, 4th February 2022 at the age of 84. The funeral arrangements for the late Delbert Bowler of Duquesne St. Mark will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Cecilia Roberts Thomas, also known as Mother James and Miss Cecile, of Boca St. George, who resided at Beaulieu and in the USA, transitioned in the USA on Wednesday, February 2nd, 2022, at the age of 101. The funeral arrangements for the late Cecilia Roberts Thomas, also known as Mother James and Miss Cecile of Boca St. George, who resided at Beaulieu and in the USA, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home. Annie Joyce Duncan of Old Wester Hall, St. George, passed away on Tuesday, 8th February 2022 at the age of 88. The funeral arrangements for the late Annie Joyce Duncan of Old Wester Hall, St. George, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Rupert Anthony Stafford passed away on Saturday 22nd January 2022 in New York at the age of 69. The funeral arrangements for the late Rupert Anthony Stafford will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Godfrey A.B. Alexander, also known as Natty, of Tempe St. George, a resident of Spice Residential Care, passed away on Sunday, January 30th, 2022, at the age of 69. The funeral arrangements for the late Godfrey A.B. Alexander, also known as Natty, of Tempe St. George, a resident of Spice Residential Care, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Curlin Bishop, also known as Bish, of the Bocas St. George, passed away on Thursday, 27th January 2022, at the age of 63. The funeral arrangements for the late Curlin Bishop, also known as Bish, of the Bocas St. George, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes.
Maclena Veronica George Nee Richards of Guelph St. John, who resided at Bonnet St. Mark, passed away on Saturday, 29th January at the age of 72. The funeral of the late Maclena Veronica George Nee Richards of Guelph St. John, who resided at Bonnet St. Mark, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements have been entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Home.
Lyndon Decoto, also known as Trouble, Carwo and Compare, of Middle River, Guelph St. John, passed away on Thursday, January 20th, 2022, at the age of 55. The funeral arrangements for the late Lyndon Decoto, also known as Trouble, Carwo and Compare, of Middle River, Guelph St. John, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes.
The management and staff of MTV extend deepest condolences to those of you whose loved ones have passed on. Thanks for watching.
Hi, my name is Bishop Daniel Moe, the Bishop of Jerusalem Spiritual Baptist Church. Jesus is quoting that if you believe in him, you shall live again. Those of you who have lost your loved ones, my special sympathy to you. God was declared, as Jesus spoke to Martha and Mary in the 11th chapter of St. John, quote from the 23rd verse. Jesus said unto her, thy brother shall rise again. You go further down into the 25th verse, stating that Jesus said unto her, I am the resurrection and the life. He that believeth in me, though he were dead, yet shall he live. Those of you who lost your loved ones, you can put your trust in Jesus Christ. Can you tell us in St. John 14 chapter, let not your heart be troubled. You believe in God, believe also in me. So death is not the end of your loved ones. And remember, there is a time coming when God will raise the dead back to life. As he did to Lazarus that same time when he raised him from the grave. And I want to tell you today, put your trust in Jesus Christ. One day you're going to see your loved one. That is not the end of anyone. As you view this program here today, you can put your trust in Jesus Christ, because the Bible tells us, seek ye first his kingdom, and everything else shall be added. I want you to put your trust in Jesus Christ, because with him all things are possible. And the Lord Jesus Christ said in his word that he's coming back again to receive all those unto him. So if you put your trust in the Lord, all things are possible. So my sympathy to you all. I know you'll cry because you have lost someone, but we know that someone died, you'll have pain, you'll have sorrow, but your grief, I know that the Lord, one day the Lord will give you peace in your life. Just put your trust in him and he will give you peace in your life. Just say a short word of prayer with you right now. Say, Lord Jesus, At this time, will you comfort me at this time? I'm in sorrow. My heart is in pain. I have lost someone. Will you comfort me? Say, Lord Jesus, have mercy upon me. Strengthen me. Give me your grace. In this time of trials and transition, to be able to persevere and to be able to hold and to stand up. In this time of trials and transition, all this blessing I ask in Jesus' name. Amen. And to you, I lost a loved one, I pray that God will give you speed recovery and give you the ability to continue to trust Him, because we know death is not the end of your loved one. She or he shall rise again. So just trust Him, and may God bless you with these few words.